This screencast is going to go over the You Take a Position final assignment. So what's important to note about this assignment is it's essentially your final exam. It is the culminating effort of everything you've learned through the whole class, thinking critically about an issue in early childhood. So there is a list that we'll refer to in a moment where you will pick from that list of the pre-approved topics for this assignment. As I said, this really is your final exam. This is a way to show off the depth and breadth of what you've learned in this class. So you'll do two major things. You'll pick your topic, I guess three. You'll pick your topic and you'll do research on that topic. You'll think about that topic. You might even want to talk with other professionals that you know, other people that you work with about their thoughts on the topic. Your director can always be a great person to talk to as well. You will submit 2 to 3 pages of your notes on your research. This should be typed. It should be clean. It doesn't need to be a paper. It just needs to be a note on the information you collected, articles you read, websites you researched, people you talked to, things you learned from the textbook, so on and so forth. And then you're going to create and submit a video recording of yourself. In this recording, there are 3 things you must do. First thing you must do is state your position on the topic. Second, you must explain what you learned from research and exploration, including referring to the websites and articles that you've read. And then lastly, describe any similarities and differences in what you found. Many of these topics have multiple perspectives, so you want to talk about those multiple perspectives. After you've turned that in, you turn this in before the class is over. After you turn this in, you will have a week-long discussion with other students about these topics. So our weekly discussion will be focused for the final week of class on this topic and this topic alone. It is important for you to debate. The purpose of this is not just to say, you're right, I agree with you, but it's to challenge each other and say, I never thought of it that way. I have a different perspective. Here is why I feel or think differently. So you've had all semester to really build relationships with each other through dialogue, and now you're really going to respectfully challenge one another and give different perspectives, point of views, experiences. All of these topics do not have one right and one wrong answer. They are all multifaceted. They all are really topics that we in the field have still not figured out. So nobody's topic should be, here's the way it should be done, and we're moving on. So in this assignment, you're really working towards a NACE standard of becoming a professional, where you think about and involve yourself in some of the hot topics in the field, and then you're going to engage in this continuous and collaborative practice with one another to learn together. You'll be integrating knowledge, and you'll be working towards advocacy, where you learn to take a position on something and articulate that position. So here's the timeline for this assignment. In week 8, you will submit your research notes. Those are the notes and data that you've collected in preparation for this assignment. And trust me, it's never too early to get started on this assignment. If you try to cram your research and you try to get it all done in a day or 2 or even a week, you're going to feel a lot of pressure. But if you can maybe week 6, 7, 8, really be researching. You can spread it out, take your time. Part of this assignment is to think critically. So the more time you give yourself to research, the more time you will have to think critically. Week 9, you will post your video presentation to the forum for your peers to watch. This is extremely important. Please double check your video that it works, and trust me, based on my experience, also make sure that the audio worked, because sometimes when they record, the audio doesn't always come through. So you'll see here there are the pre-approved topics for your presentation. I've already clicked on that and they are here. Lots of issues and trends in ECE. You see it's a huge list, so you'll absolutely find something that grabs your attention that you find interesting. I've highlighted here expulsions in preschool. In 2017, this was a big topic to the point where there was actually legislation in the Colorado House and Senate on this topic of expulsions in preschool, and there was a bill that would essentially prevent preschools from being able to remove children from preschool and provide more supports in mental health. So you can even look that up as part of this debate. You can also see there's just so much here. There's gun and superhero play, which we all deal with all the time in early childhood classrooms. There's gender and gender identification issues around how children may identify in young ages and what kinds of dress up they engage in, and how we handle that in the early childhood classroom. Incarcerated parents, parents in jail and in prison, and the impact on children. So you can see there's just so many phenomenal topics here. I'm sure that you will find something that you can really attach to and find a lot of good information on. So there is also a link here on using technology to create your presentation. This is a how-to guide on creating a video that you will upload to YouTube, and then you will embed in the discussion for people to watch. So you'll essentially do what I do, where you create a video and you put it on the website for your students to watch. I know you're going to feel self-conscious about your voice and the way you look and what you're doing, and just know that everyone is going to feel this way, and we're all going to be gentle with one another. This is not about how you sound on video or how you look. This is about your ability to take a position and create an effective, respectful argument for the case of your position. So you'll create a YouTube account if you don't already have one. You'll record yourself. You can use the camera on your smartphone. You can use a recording app on your computer. There's an app called Screencast-O-Matic. That's what I use. It's a website that is free that you can record. If you have difficulty with this, the Online Learning Office can help you with this. Once you record your video, you'll upload it to YouTube. There's instructions here. And then you will embed your video in D2L in the discussion for your fellow students to watch. After watching this screencast, if you have any further questions about the You Take a Position assignment, you know how to get a hold of me. Just email me.